Hey dudes, so this is going to be a full guide on Cayo Perico showing you the setup, the intro, what setups you need to do, literally everything, and the actual heist. So to do the intro, you're going to want to start that obviously on here. I've just paid the setup cost, it's 100 grand, you do need the Cossack car. An easier way to do this intro mission when you have to go scope out the island is sit down at your engine at the front and you can fast travel to the spot closest to where the plane is you have to go collect, so that you don't have to travel right across the map. So you can do that fast travel, and if you have a Sparrow, these missions will be a lot easier. You can use it to fly back and forth. This heist in total, if you do all of this, just follow this guide, you will get about 1 to 2 mil every hour or so. And you can do it solo pretty easily. So let's go. Alright, so when you get to the location where the plane is, if you haven't done this before, you got to do shoot a couple of guys and take that plane. If you've done it, then obviously you'll know what you're doing there. There's 4 or 5 guys here, I think. You'll get into the plane and it'll get you to fly it to Cayo Perico, which you don't fly all the way to Cayo Perico, you just fly to the airport and it will fast travel there. Alright, when we get to Cayo Perico, first thing you gonna want to do is you want to scope out this hangar and the cage behind me, which I'll show you in a sec, just because you're mainly looking for cocaine as your secondary objective, but if it comes to weed and cash, it's better than nothing, just so you can fill your bags up for the sake of getting the elite challenge done and getting a bit of extra money. So scope out all 4 of these in here, just follow along, and it will show you how to do that. The next cage you'll want to go to is literally just on the opposite side of the airstrip. If you go over it, it's just around the corner. And once you've done this one, you will see that the best way to go is to the left around that building that I was just in front of and swim into the water to where we gotta go. So I'll show you that in a second. Just scope both of these out. So when you get here, you're going to want to swim to the location. So where we're going is where the main dock is. So if you have a look on my map now, you need to swim past that island, just along the shore here. You can go straight down there, lot, and then go to your left a little. And where that little square is there on the beach, that's where we want to go. So this part I am going to skip, and I'll show you when I come out of the water. Make sure you swim underwater, because there are some boats. They can't see you if you're underwater. Just don't forget to come up for air so you don't die. Alright, so when you get over here, you'll see that thing with the red flashing light next to me. That's an anti-air thing, I think. But you can see that light flashing in the day or night. It's not too difficult to see. You're going to want to walk up this way, and I will not speed it up just yet, because I will show you one thing you're going to want to do here, is if you run up ahead, there is a cabin on your left here that has a cage in it where some of the objectives can be. The secondary objectives, that camera, you should be okay as long as you stay out of the way of it. The dude can't see you through the walls, so scope these 2 out, and that will be all the secondary objectives you need to scope. Unfortunately for me in this run, I only found weed and cash in every location, so I didn't get the best money. I also got a pretty rubbish primary objective, but I still managed to get a mil, and that's like pretty much one of the lowest amounts you can get. So yeah, now just follow along with this. This guard up ahead, he can spot you, but just wait for him to turn around if he's like facing towards the road where you need to cross, and then run over. I managed to do it straight away then. Now just follow along to this and you'll be all good and at the tower. Alright, when you get here, you need to look for the signal box. The locations are that little wall I just looked at there next to that door, or right here in front of me, or there is one on each floor of the radio tower behind you. It's pretty easy to find. The way this works, you will have 3 numbers and 3 symbols. Now here, I've never had this before, I happen to get 0, so yeah, it's pretty easy. But those symbols you see with a box with a line, that is times 1. You will get one that's 2 lines that are crossing over each other, that's times 2, and you'll get one that looks like a box with an X in it, that is times 10. So that, like, you know, it'll be 10 times whatever the number you connect to it, just so you can figure it out pretty easily. Once you have hacked into that, you're going to want to go up the ladder if it's downstairs, or just stay up there if it is up there, and I will show you exactly why soon. So the next part you're going to do is look at the cameras and find out what objective you get. And as I said, unfortunately for me, I didn't get the best one. I got Sinsamito Tequila, which yeah, the hardest one to get is the Pink Panther diamond thing, which is like or ruby. It's like a gold panther statue, right, with a diamond, a pink ruby in its hand. And that there, I've been doing this heist for years, like not years, since it came out. None of them we ever got it once, so it's hard to get. But yeah, what you're going to want to do on the cameras as well, look at secondary objectives by going through the camera. These basement storage ones and most of the others are only important if you have a mate with you, if you're planning on doing it, so you can see if you can get gold, as you can only access those rooms with a second player. But the office cameras, they're the only ones you need to look at if you're solo, so you can see if there are any paintings in there. Once you have scoped out all of that, just jump off the edge, let yourself die. You will spawn back at the airport and it'll save you having to go all the way across the island, because you'll start next to the plane, can get in it, and bam, you're back in Los Santos. Easy as that. Alright, once you're back from Cayo Perico, make your way to your submarine, and I will show you now, you do not need to do all of the prep missions, it is a waste of time. So all you need to do is the submarine Kosaka approach vehicle, right, which will be the approach vehicle you use, and in equipment you just need the plasma cutter, the fingerprint cloner, and the cutting torch. You do not need demolition charges, they are not important, and you need a weapon loadout. I personally like the aggressor because of the machine pistol, but you can choose any you like. Also, the aggressor is a Mark 1 weapons. I don't know if the Mark 2 weapon ones are a higher mission, so I always choose the aggressor. But you want to make sure you get suppressors as well. They cost 5 grand, you can buy them whenever. I think I usually buy it after I get my weapons. I don't know if you need to do it earlier. But so first thing you're going to do is submarine the approach vehicle, right? So just like the scope out mission, you can get into the seat, you can fast travel to the location closest to where this mission is, and that will make it a lot easier, so you don't have to go across the map. You'll start right next to it, jump in your Sparrow if you got one, if not get a dinghy and go straight there. Simple. Alright, once you get to the right area, you will see the yellow zone on the map. Something you're going to want to do here is, if you're in your dinghy, you won't need to do this. If you're in your Sparrow like I am, go into your Kosaka settings, services, request a dinghy, and then don't worry about your Sparrow, it will just spawn straight back in the submarine. The reason you're doing that is so that when you come out of the submarine, your dinghy is there waiting for you. Just swim down, get in, and let's get on with it. Right, once you're in the submarine, just follow along with this. So first thing you're going to want to do is take cover next to this door, throw a grenade in there. That will make it easier if you have to go that way later, because the first dude in there will be dead. And in the submarine it can be annoying because they can shoot you as soon as you walk in, and it's hard to get them around the corners. So walk into this room, get the rebreather, and I'm going to show you the most common 2 locations for the sonar equipment to be. So when you go down there, the reason I shot that is sometimes there's a guy stood in that doorway just as you drop down. If he kills you, don't worry, you will just spawn up above you. So shoot the guys around here, there's one there, there's also usually one down on your right here, and that place there, where I'm looking now, that's where the first location can be, right on top of that pipe that I just shot at. You can find the sonar equipment there. There is some armour in this box, so I always like to go get it, just in case I get shot by anyone else while I'm making my way through the sub. If the sonar is not there, go back upstairs the way you came, up the ladder, not the stairs, and go through that room where you threw the grenade, and this enemy should be dead. Yep, there he is. And there's 2, so cool. But run down this way, take your rocket launcher out or grenade or just anything if you've got it, fire it into there. If you don't have that, then don't worry, just run through with some guns, but that will get rid of the guy that can be in there waiting for you. There are 2 guys in this next room, and as you can see, the sonar equipment is just there on the desk. That guy always hides behind it, so grab that, make your way out the sub, the way you came in, and that's that part done. Alright, when you get back up to the surface, you're going to want to go to your boat. Do not get in as a driver though, just get on top of it by climbing, get your gun out and shoot these helicopters down. I shot them down here, but you don't have to because they will respawn. Another easy way to get rid of them is to shoot the gunners, and the helicopters will still follow you, but they won't be able to fire, so and no more will respawn. I, however, just shot them down because then you get a little bit of a head start before the others spawn in, and your submarine's not far away, so you should be able to make it back pretty easily. Alright, once you've delivered the sonar jammer back to your submarine, the next thing you're going to want to do is sit down and just, like you've done twice already, fast travel, this time to Vespucci Beach, because the rest of the setups are in the city, apart from the last one we do, which might not be, but we'll cover that when we get to it. That'll just make it a lot easier, so if you've got the Sparrow you can fly to the missions a lot quicker, and if you don't, then you can get to the city a lot quicker too. Once your submarine is surfaced at Vespucci Beach, you're going to want to go into the console and start the plasma cutter prep. So for this mission, it's going to take you to one location first, that is a safe house. There will be no enemies here, you just have to fly there, go in, and it will ask you to take a picture of a planning board to find out where the guys you need to go rob are. There are 2 locations the planning board can be. There's one, which is on the left here where I've got it, and the other one I will show you now. You just go a little bit further ahead and it's on the right here. All of these safe houses are the same layout. There's, I think, maybe 2 or 3 locations you can find it at. So just take a photo of that and then pick Kapow. Send it to Pavel and walk out. It will give you the location of the place you need to go. I've gone to the location, there are 2. This one is not the best. You will have to just get out, shoot a couple of guys, steal the equipment, and then take it back to your Cossack car. There is another location where it's in an alley, and if you get that one, you can just drive a car straight for the alley, pick it up without having to get out, but unfortunately you can't do that at this one. Next mission we're going to do is the prep mission for the fingerprint cloner, I believe. Yep, and for this one, you are just going to be going to a safe house where there are 4 guys, easy to shoot, and then there'll be a laptop you hack. It will give you another location where there's no enemies. You go pick up the fingerprint cloner and bring it back to the Cossack car. Okay, so once you get to the first location, try and land a little bit out of the way. There are going to be some cameras. It says to you can deactivate these cameras. I do it anyway, but it's not really important because you're walking into a tiny little room with 4 dudes. So whether you activate the cameras or not, deactivate the cameras or not, they're going to see you. Like, yeah, you can take the cameras out, and then that gives you an extra, like, half a second before they start shooting when you get in there. And that's it. But just make your way in there, get a weapon ready, kill these 4 guys. There's a laptop to hack, and all you have to do is literally, it's one of those ones with a code where you just have to stop it as the letters are in the bar, and you will get the next location. Right, I'm at the location of the safe house you need to go to. There are 2 or 3 locations for this. This one here, there are cameras outside as well. I do recommend taking these ones out, but it's not really too important. What happens is if you don't take them out when you come out, there'll be a couple of cars coming after you. But either way, it's not too difficult. If you do take the cameras out, one of them will be looking at the other one. You have to take out the one that's like out of view of the other first, if you know what I mean. Like that one on the right, if you see, is looking at the one on the left. So if I shot the one on the left, the one I'm looking at now would see it. So I shot that one first, then the other one, and it just makes it so that when you come out, there's no guys like, yeah, coming towards you, because I have the Sparrow, and it makes it so that I'm not getting shot at as soon as I come out the building, because it doesn't have great health. The fingerprint cloner will be on a desk in here somewhere. There's no enemies in it. All you have to do is get to the general sort of area it is, and it will automatically pick it up. You don't need to walk right up to it or anything like that, so just walk around the desks and you'll get it. Once you have got the fingerprint cloner back to the submarine, it's time for the next prep, which is the cutting torch. This will be at a construction site. It will get you to go to one of three, and you can put on a hide hat. There's a couple of guys, pretty easy, just pick it up and bring it back. Okay, I've made it to my construction site. This one here, when you get to the construction site, just land a little bit out the way, because the guards won't see you then, and there will be a hide hat nearby. At the other ones, they're pretty close to you. This one here, because I got this one, I can't show you the others without having to do the heist 3 times, or more times until it gives me up. But for this one here, it's pretty easy to find anyway. You just go up these steps, avoid the guy on the right here, because he will go up and down that other side there. You just want to make sure he doesn't see you while you get this hide hat on. If you have the hide hat on and you have no weapons out, you can walk around the area while you look for the cutting torch, and they will not disturb you as long as you don't stay inside of their cone of vision too long. To get the cutting torch, you just have to look for these boxes with green arrows. I luckily got it on my first box that I looked in. Just grab that, take it back to the Sparrow or whatever vehicle you're using, and get it back to the submarine, and that's that setup done. Ready for the last setup that we need to do, or the last prep, is the weapons. I choose the aggressor, as I said all the time. There are 2 missions you can get for this. You will either have an office in the city you have to go to, where you go kill a couple of guys, and you have to open a safe, get the weapons out, or you will have the one that I don't like, that I always tend to get, which is follow a Merryweather chopper to a location where there is an Avenger that will have the weapons in it. Okay, once you get to Merryweather, you'll see the helicopter come out the roof of the building. Just have your missiles turned off. I don't know if that will affect it. Make sure you don't fire, and just follow it to the location. You will see it land near an Avenger, and that's where you gotta go. My helicopter is landing. This is one of multiple locations that we'll go to. You'll see the Avenger down below you. When mine's here, I like to go to this little road over here because there's some cover next to you. Little tip, when you're shooting these guys, for some reason, as long as you one-hit kill them, they will not even be alerted. You can shoot a dude right in front of someone and they won't know what's going on. They'll just stand there still. So yeah, if you use a sniper, it makes this a lot easier. You can one-shot them all and they will just stand there. Right, once you've taken out the last of these dudes, as I am about to, you will be able to access the Avenger. You just gotta go up to the side a bit. When you go in there, there's 2 guys in there. Doesn't matter what weapon you use. I recommend not using explosives when you're doing this, because the Avenger can blow up quite easily if you do. You just go in there, shoot 2 guys, grab the weapons, the Avenger will take off, and then you parachute out and take it back to the submarine. You parachute out of the Avenger and you get back down to the ground, you'll get a couple of guys coming after you. You can shoot them, just get rid of them. What I like to do is, once I've got rid of these dudes, just so they don't take down my Sparrow, is go into your services in the interaction menu and request your Cossacca, because it will travel it from across the map straight next to you to the closest location. Saves you flying all the way across the map to it, since that is the last setup. Then you can just get straight in it and get on with the heist. So that makes it a bit quicker. Okay, once you've delivered this back to the submarine, you're ready to do the heist. Now you're going to want to put your entry vehicle as the your entry point, as the drainage tunnel for both the compound and the island, and put your escape point as the main dock, so there'll be a boat there ready for you to use. You don't need anything else. Alright, once you spawn into the heist, you are going to spawn underwater here, and if you set your entry point as the drainage tunnel, you just gotta swim towards that marker you see in the distance, where there will be a what do you call it, a grate to cut. So cut through that, get into the compound, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, once you're into the compound, just follow along with my character here and you'll be fine. You don't need to worry about sprinting, as long as you don't go into the guy's actual cones of vision, your sound won't matter. Just run straight past those first guys, climb over that wall, go up these steps around the corner. There'll be one guy here, shoot him in the head through this little gap. If you're lucky for someone enough to drop the key, the gate key around here, you can go down these steps and jump over the wall just ahead of you downstairs, which I'll show you soon, and you can get or behind you, I mean, and you can go through the gate to the underground, so that you can use the hacking thing down there. If you don't get that, you have to hack up here. Make sure while you're in the office, you get the money out the safe, and do this hack. Now then, once you're underground, this gate here you're going to have to open. If you are getting bearer bonds out of the safe, then Pavel will send you a code, which is easy. You just go up to the safe on your left and you type the code in. If you, put it in like you do with the safes. If you have to use the plasma cutter to get through this, spam the trigger or whatever button you're using, maybe you're on PC. Just don't let the thing overheat. If you let the bar get pretty full, you can just keep pressing it, let it go down a little bit, hold it, let it go down, so on, so it doesn't overheat and you get it done pretty fast. Grab that, and this gate out here, out there where I was looking, that's the way you can get if you had the gate key. But if not, we have to get back in the elevator and just follow along. Now then, if you don't have the gate key, when you come back down the steps, make sure the guy on the right here can't see you, jump over this wall, walk up these little steps. This is the way you can go down if you do have it to get underground. Go up here and run for the gate. As long as you do not let the guards see you before you get out or the alarm don't go off, it'll be fine. Alright, once you're out of the compound, don't kill the guy behind you because a car will come back down there later and it will see him. Just run straight past these guys. Make sure you go a little to the right here and avoid the road because a car is going to go past. You want to get behind that car so it doesn't see you. I like to go to where this indent is on the map and jump off into the water there. Up ahead there is one boat patrolling the area, which I will show you in a sec where I'm going on the map too. Because what you want to do from here is swim up to the main docks. If that boat is looking in your general direction, somehow it can see you even if you're underwater, right? So if you see that cone of vision of the boat up in that area I just marked looking at you, just wait for the boat to turn around and you'll be fine. I'll speed it up now and you'll see what I mean. Alright, so you may have seen that boat I talked about on my way here, but as long as you avoid that, you're okay. Walk up this way, there'll be one guard in front of this building. Shoot him and take the camera out. You will need to go this way, even if there's no secondary objectives in here for you. I had to come in here because all I've got is weed and cash, but if you don't have this and you need to go straight to the airport to get, say, cocaine, you will still need to come this way to get the boat. It will make it a lot quicker. I mean, you won't need to, you can swim all the way there, but that's a long swim. So once you are finished around that warehouse, if you need to go in there, or if not, come over to this guy, shoot him in the back of the head. Then watch out for the guy on the left here, just walk straight up ahead and go to the right of the docks, where I am now, shoot him. Then the next two guys, when you shoot one of them, the other one will crouch down, so make sure you wait for the other one to stand up for you again before shooting them in the head, but do it quick. Get in the boat, no one can see you, come out this way. Watch out for the boat that is in the water out here, because that thing can see you, so if it's there, just wait for it to move out the way, then get around the corner and drive this boat all the way over to the docks around the corner. I just realised I said docks there, I meant airport. So you want to park the boat down here, you want to take this guy out and then the camera. Now these guys here, I went this way, this is the first time I've gone this way, but it worked. So what you want to do is go up to this wall, there's a camera over there, make sure that that person patrolling just in front of you, not the one on the left here but up ahead, is not looking at the camera. Shoot that, then drop in and make sure you get that guy as he comes around the corner. Kill the dude in the cabin, and if you have resources, any secondary target in here to grab, make sure you do it as quick as you can, because a car is going to come down to the airstrip. If that car makes it to the airstrip, he will see the body of the guy you just killed and he will set off the alarms. But if you grab that resource as quick as you can come around and shoot the dude in the car and it will not be noticed. Then this guy here, shoot him. If you have to get into that hangar, when you come in here, you can get into the first gate here just by walking up to it. And I am going only for weed here because I've got weed in cash. Weed is worth a little bit more. So that's why I didn't pick up the cash in the other warehouse. I'm just filling my bag up with weed, which takes 3 piles to fill your bag up. Or almost 3. If you need to go up top, you got to get that forklift, grab the box I just looked at, put it against the gate you just went into, and climb up on over that fence. Now for me, I have no idea why, but I got caught here, so I'm assuming maybe yeah, one of the helicopters came by and noticed a body or something like that. But you'll be okay even if you get caught at that point. Just make sure you use your snacks, run to your boat, turn around and get out of there as fast as you can. Just keep using your snacks, make sure you're following them before the heist, and yeah, that is pretty much it. If you get caught before you get down to the main dock, I'd say just kill yourself and you will respawn straight outside the compound and you'll be good. Right, that's the heist done. Unfortunately for me, I did not get the elite challenge because I did all the challenges except for the one that was do it in 15 minutes, and that's because I collected weed and I had to stop to collect 3 piles. If you get cocaine or paintings in the building, in the office, you should get them, and it means you'll have to stop less often, you'll get it done a lot quicker and you can get the elite challenge done, but it's only an extra 50 grand, which compared to a mil really is not that much. So yeah, that's it. If you follow this guide exactly, that's a mil every hour or so.